Hello everyone, today we're going to make a chickpea spinach stew. To make our stew, we're going to use 4 bay leaves, 8 cloves of garlic that have been peeled and thinly sliced, 2 teaspoons of paprika, a 2-inch length of fresh ginger that has been peeled, 4 teaspoons of coconut aminos, 1/4 cup of oil, you can use vegetable oil or olive oil, 1 large onion has been roughly diced. We're going to use 2 16-ounce packages of frozen whole leaf spinach, 2 28-ounce cans of low salt or no salt whole peeled tomatoes, 2 29-ounce cans of no salt added garbanzo beans, and then some no salt seasonings to taste. So let's get started.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to drain our whole peeled tomatoes and reserve the liquid. So we have a strainer set up on top of a bowl. And we're going to empty out our peeled whole tomatoes into the strainer. And just kind of shake it to get the liquid out. You could also use a spatula to move them around and drain most of the liquid off. And there you have it. And set aside. Our next step, using a blender, we're going to add about half of our peeled tomatoes into the blender and all of the liquid that we drained. And lastly, our ginger. And then we blend until smooth. Once it's done, it should look something like this. In a large pot, we're going to add our olive oil, onions, garlic, and their paprika. I'm just going to mix this together. And then we're going to saute this until they're tender and slightly browned. While your onions are sauteing, we transferred our leftover tomatoes into the bowl. And using a potato masher, we're just going to mash these up. You don't want to mash it too much. And it should look something like this. Still nice and chunky. Once your onions are nice and tender and slightly browned, we're going to now add in our tomatoes that we blended earlier. Give this a stir. It should boil rather quickly. Once it starts to boil, we're going to add in our spinach. I'm going to give this a mix. And we're going to cook this until the spinach is tender. Okay, once your spinach is tender, we're going to go ahead and add in our garbanzo beans along with the liquid. Our coconut aminos, and our bay leaves, and our crushed tomatoes. Then we're going to give this a mix. Then we'll want to bring this to a boil. Once you brought it to a boil, we're going to reduce the heat down to simmer, and we're going to continue simmering this for about 30 minutes uncovered or until thickened, stirring occasionally. Towards the end of the simmering, now would be a good time to add in your no salt seasonings. So we're going to add some Mrs. Dash, freshly ground black pepper, and some no salt flax seasoning. I'm going to stir it up, give it a taste, and adjust for seasoning. Now that our stew is finished, we're going to serve some up in a bowl. And we're going to sprinkle some vegan Parmesan cheese on top. And then we're going to put some cilantro on top, or some herbs of your choice. And there you have it. Chickpea spinach stew. Eat and enjoy.
We hope you enjoyed our video.
If you did, please subscribe. Or click on the Patreon link below. Or you can click on the videos from last week. Bye! Bye!